Waiting 3 to 4 months to see your primary care doctor may seem like a nightmare, but it has become the reality for some Arkansans and patients across the country due to a physician shortage. So, how can we fight this? Well, THP 11's Sarah Bakowitz spoke with doctors today. Sarah, where do we stand in our state?
Yeah, Craig, right now UAMS tells me that Arkansas is experiencing one of the biggest shortages. To stop it, new programs are working to not only bring in more doctors, but keep them here in Arkansas. How far booked out are you?
I'm far, about 3 to 4 months right now.
Dr. Wayne Bryant works at UAMS Little Rock Family Medicine, seeing nearly 1,000 new patients a year, trying to fit them in whenever he can.
My patient got released from the hospital. He had a stroke. So he messaged, I said, well, get him in at any time. But before he can come in and see me, it took a couple of days and he ended up going back to the hospital and had another stroke.
That patient died in the hospital.
I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, well, could I have caught something beforehand if he was able to get in with me the next day?
Compared to the rest of the country, Arkansas has some of the fewest physicians per 100,000 people. UAMS Vice Chancellor Richard Turnage says some of the factors causing this are burnout after the pandemic and an aging workforce.
Smaller number of physicians practicing that are needed by the population. Also a maldistribution between where the physicians are practicing and where the patient needs are.
Turnage explaining the issue is magnified in rural areas.
There's more to going to the doctor than just having the appointment. You have to have the travel to the appointment. Do you have access to that? Do you have to leave your job for that day?
To fix the problem, state legislators and hospitals like UAMS are creating more opportunities for residents to study and hopefully stay here, and it's already helping.
And in fact, Arkansas and UAMS are leaders in the nation as far as keeping our students in the state and practicing in the state.
So while the shortage continues, these programs are still bringing in doctors like Dr. Bryant, who cares for hundreds of Arkansans and now works to teach others.
I know the population, I know the community. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
Dr. Bryant says new residency programs will be rolling out in more rural areas, aiming to make medical care more accessible.
All right, Sarah, well, if you have trouble getting in touch with your doctor, UAMS recommends calling the office during the day to see if you could be seen by another professional, and urgent care, or maybe even using telehealth. Of course, in the case of an emergency, call 911.